Hi, big welcome guys. Before we get into any game action here, we've got a little bit of GM business to take care of, some stuff that I have neglected. A quick look at our objectives once again. Right now we're a 63 overall rating, and that is not good. We are below what we should be at. Youth development, we need to sign a player to our youth academy, and one of the youth academy players needs to be signed to the senior team at some point, but we need to get working on that. Brand exposure, we'll worry about a little bit later. Financial goals, we'll worry about that a little bit later. Domestic success, we're supposed to reach the quarterfinal of the U.S. Open Cup. We have a U.S. Open Cup game coming up in a while, but first off, we need to hire a youth scout, and we're trying to pick between these three guys from Mexico, Joseph Smith from Canada, and Russell Haber from the United States. And we don't have tons of money to go around, but I think we'll go with Ivan Diaz from Mexico. He's kind of right in the middle. And we're going to go ahead and set up a scouting network in Argentina for him to discover some youth talent that maybe we can sign to our youth academy. And now we're going to go into the regular scouting and look at some players. One of the challenges we have with scouting at Real Salt Lake or at the MLS level is to not waste our time looking at players that are probably above the MLS level, if that makes sense. It's different than any other video game scouting or managing, because we're playing this at the MLS level. It is obviously not the highest end soccer. So one of the challenges we have is to make sure we don't waste our time on players that are going to be asking too much money or are basically too good to play in the MLS. So we've got to find the right players, and one way to do that to start out with is to look at guys who are currently in the MLS and scout them, maybe guys that are buried deep on other teams' benches, which is what we're having Donald Cooper do there, is to look at a couple of guys that are on other teams' benches, somebody that we might be able to sign away, their contracts are expiring, sign away in the coming transfer window. And we need to sign another scout. We have some pretty good scouts. I mean, we have some guys with 4 stars experience and 4 stars judgment up there. So I'm going to sign this Justin Burns. He's just a 1 star. We'll call him an understudy, and we'll set him up a scouting network in Chile. Or sorry, not Chile, in Colombia, my bad. So we're going to... Oh, sorry, no, we sent the Justin Burns to Chile, and then the guy there from Canada needed a network, and we sent him to Colombia. And so now we're going to kind of update what we're looking for. We're going to have this guy look for center backs, guys that are strong, tall, and rather than players that can come in and contribute right away, we'll get some guys that are promising, maybe younger, between the ages of 16 and 22. So we're going to have Cooper concentrate on that while he is in Mexico scouting. And now our guy from Canada, who is setting up a network in Colombia, we're going to have him look at any position, and we want guys that are defensive minded. I would like to try to build a culture of defense here at Real Salt Lake, kind of a defense first mentality, which right now we have struggled with so far in this season in league play. So defensive minded and some guys that can cross the ball. So maybe we'll find a left back or a right back or something that we can take a look at towards signing. All right, let's get into some game action now. We are at Rio Tinto Stadium at the Riot. We are taking on Vancouver Whitecaps FC. They are 6th place in the MLS Western Conference, and we are buried down at the bottom of the table in 10th place. We only have 1 win to our name in this season and 4 losses. So some things need to change. We lost our last match against Colorado Rapids, our rival. We lost it 2-0. So it'd be good to get the offense, the attack a little more in sync in this one. We're in the 2nd minute here, and João Plata has it in traffic. He has it knocked away from him. Back to Luis Silva, and Silva's going to take a shot from distance, and it just barely misses high. A pretty long shot, but not a bad effort there by Luis Silva. Here's Bolaños for Vancouver Whitecaps. He's going to push it ahead to Flores. Flores gets past a defender. He's all alone. Back to the middle of the box, and it is knocked away there by RSL. A big scoring opportunity for Whitecaps FC right there. We're in the 28th minute now. Bolaños has it with Beckerman on him. He gets it ahead to Flores again. Flores chips it into the box, and a shot by Barnes is saved there by Nick Raimondo. A big save in the 28th minute by Raimondo, as the opportunity to score by Barnes right there was very significant. And Vancouver earns a corner out of that. Bolaños to take it. It's into the box, and Waston, heads it over the net in the 29th minute. 31st minute now. Mosquita ahead to...
Now the opposition have a chance.
Sorry, Mosquita has it now. My bad. Mosquita to Laba. And Laba out to the left wing to De Jong. In the 32nd minute, De Jong is going to cross it. And it is taken there by Bolaños. And another nice save by Nick Raimondo. Back to Bolaños, and he heads it over the net. A very near miss there for Whitecaps FC. 43rd minute now. RSL with the ball. Beckerman. Beckerman looking over to the left wing to Chris Wingert. Back to the middle to Luis Silva. Silva's going to play it back to Aaron Mond. We're into the 44th minute. Ahead to João Plata. Plata out to the wing to Wingert. And Wingert has it knocked away from him and out of bounds into touch. Wingert to inbounds here quickly. He gets it to the middle to Rusnak. Rusnak into the box, and it is put into the back of the net by a Vancouver Whitecaps player trying to head it out of danger. It looked like his back was turned to the ball until the last second. He turned around trying to head it out over the net, and he puts it in his own net. So RSL goes up 1-0. There's Barnes in the corner, and Beltran, knocks it away and out for a corner. Stoppage time here of the first half. Bolaños set to take the corner. He sends it into the mixer. It is headed down by Horst. Vancouver still has it in the box and finally cleared by Horst there in the 45-plus minute. And we head to halftime. Real Salt Lake with a 1-0 lead on the strength of an own goal by De Jong, but good pressure put on by RSL on that opportunity. 48th minute now. Whitecaps have it. Flores in the middle of the field to Bolaños. Bolaños looking to Lara, and he is fouled in the box, and it's going to be a penalty. A huge mistake there by Captain Kyle Beckerman. He takes a horrible angle, and he can't believe it. So Nick Raimondo set to defend the penalty. He is one of the best, he is the best in MLS history at stopping penalty kicks. And here is Barnes to take it. Off the post on the right side. Raimondo did guess the right area to dive to, but the shot was taken a little bit out of his reach and a little bit off frame, and it hits the post. 56th minute, RSL dodges that bullet. Here's Tony Beltran to the middle to Jordan Allen. Allen to Silva. Silva, another shot from just inside the box, and a nice save there by Olstad. Here's Mosquita. Mosquita, he's all alone. He gets past the defender. Mosquita chips it off to the wing to Lara. And his cross goes over the end line for a goal kick. 59th minute, still 1-0 for RSL. Seiler ahead to Mosquita. Mosquita back to Flores. Flores on to Hurtado. Hurtado pushes it ahead to Barnes. Barnes out to the wing to Bolaños. Bolaños shot deflected away, and it's going to go out for a corner. Bolaños set to take it from the far corner. Bolaños is going to send it in. It's a high kick, and it is headed in there on the second touch by a Whitecaps player. That is Waston, and he was questionable actually coming into this match, but he's playing, and in the 61st minute he evens it up with the header past Nick Raimondo, and we're all square at 1-1. here in the 61st minute of the match. We go to the 64th minute now. Barnes over to Hurtado. Hurtado to Mosquita in the middle of the field. Mosquita sends it across to Bolaños. Bolaños chips it ahead to Flores. Flores back to Bolaños. Bolaños off to the wing to Seiler. Seiler is going to get it back to the middle to Mosquita, and his shot goes just over the net. And that is one that he should have put in the back of the net, no question. As you look at that again, he had a wide open left side of the net, and he just flat out misses it. 67th minute now. Silva to inbound. Silva back to Chris Wingert. And Wingert chips it up ahead. Barrett with the shot. He scores. Barrett on the right side. And that breaks the tie. 2-1 now in favor of RSL, as they have taken the lead in the 68th minute. And they will have 22 minutes to try to hold on to this 2-1 lead. 77th minute, Plata has it on the left side. Plata down the wing. He holds up, gets it into the middle, and a nice defensive play there by Waston to knock it out over the end line for a corner. As we have some substitutions coming in for RSL, Uramov Sisian and Sonny will come in place of Plata and Jordan Allen. We get some defensive-minded players in to try to hold this lead. In the 78th minute, Bolaños taking the corner, and it is headed down, or sorry, it was Silva taking the corner for RSL, and the shot saved by Ostad. 86th minute now, RSL on the attack. Here's Movsisian on the left wing. Movsisian to the middle of the field. He's going to hold up, get it to the middle to Beckerman. Beckerman holding off the defender in the box. Shot saved there by Ostad. And he has given RSL another corner, but he makes the stop there. In the 90th plus minute here, Vancouver trying to get the equalizer. On the left side is Reyna. And Reyna is fouled there by Tony Beltran, and that's going to give Whitecaps a free kick from a very dangerous position here in stoppage time. We get set for the free kick here for Whitecaps. Very dangerous position to get this ball into. Waston will take the free kick. And he's going to chip it into the middle of the field. It's knocked away by RSL. The clearing attempt does not get out far enough. Whitecaps still have it. Shot just off to the right and off frame. And Raimondo was not tested there. And Whitecaps FC miss a big opportunity to equalize the game there. Here is Barrett. Barrett is on the right side. He's been a great substitution in this match. And the shot on by Albert Rusnak, and a nice save by Ostad. RSL still has it. Here's Barrett. He's going to try to center it, and it just crosses the end line. Out for a goal kick. He almost was able to chip that back into the box, but RSL holds on to win this one. The final score is 2-1. Chad Barrett, a late insertion into the starting lineup in place of Movsisian, and it was a good one. He scores one goal. Real Salt Lake gets the win 2-1. Second win of the season for RSL. Total shots 9, 7 on target for RSL, 11 shots, only 4 on target for Vancouver. 56% possession in favor of us, 44% for them. 19 tackles for Whitecaps to 13 for us. 4 fouls, and that I'm okay with the fouls. It meant that we played a little bit more physical, and we were not giving the offensive players of Whitecaps FC as much space as we have been other teams so far this season. So 4 fouls for us, 1 for them. No cards issued in this game, no injuries. 3 offsides for us. It's a little better than our last match, but still we need to work on our timing. A great shot accuracy for us and a very good pass accuracy for us as well. My player of the game, though, is Tony Beltran. He had the ball on his foot a lot of the game, and he controlled it on the left wing. As you look at the standings, as we come to a close of this episode, we are out of last place and into 9th as we take on Orlando City in our next match, and that will be a U.S. Open Cup match. So join us for that one.